This almost feels like a podcast, so I'm holding a mic right now. You guys can't see me because I'm not in my car, but I started doing in-car videos, and it's too dangerous to drive outside and talk. So, yes, let's consider this a podcast slash video slash information type dealio here. So, let's start off by talking about why I feel like MPT is the best choice when it comes to tuning your 3.7 liter. Before we get started on this topic, I want to give a quick plug to a good vendor. You guys should check out Rocket Performance. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you guys are looking to change your throttle bodies to a GT throttle body, 80mm versus 73mm. Won't really make that much of a difference, but it's cheaper. It's much cheaper. I've talked about it in videos in the past. You guys have asked questions about which throttle body to go with, and if you do use a GT throttle body, how do you make it work? There's an adapter plate which is available on Rocket Performance. They make them. Click on the link. You guys can check it out. I may also have a discount code for you for Rocket Performance coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. Probably the most frequent question you guys will ever receive on Facebook and head into your 3.7 Cyclones group. We get on there is which tune is the best. So I'm going to cover that in this video, talk about why I feel like MPT is one of the best tuners for 3.7, and I'm also going to discuss my experience with AMR and tell you guys how that went down, because a lot of you guys are curious as to why I didn't continue the series for the AMR review. So I will discuss that and tell you guys what happened as far as that goes. When you get into tuning with 3.7, anywhere from stock to full bolt-on, they're a great tuner, especially with Pro Chargers too. They're good with that. With turbo setups, it's a little more involved, so you might want to go to a specific dyno near your location, or if you're near Florida, you can go. They have an in-shop dyno. MPT does at their shop. You can go there dyno, and it will work out great. They'll get you great results. There's quite a few reasons why I prefer MPT over other 3.7 tuners. We'll go over 5 main reasons why I've chosen them for my past Mustangs, and I continue to choose them for my current Mustang. So when I had a 5.0, I did a comparison to the infamous 5.0 tuner Lund. Everybody knows Lund. They call them fun now because their fucking tuning prices are ridiculous, but I had surprising results. If you guys are interested to see my comparison between Lund and MPT, I'll also leave a link in the description if you guys want to check that out, and you can watch that video down below. Now, for the meat of this topic here that we're talking about, yes, MPT. Why do I stand behind MPT so strongly? Why do I recommend them to anyone with 3.7 like for a tune? Am I sponsored? No, I'm not sponsored. Do I get paid to say this? No, I don't get paid to say some honest feelings, my honest thoughts, 100% based off years' experience using this company. So number one, they have proven results in power gains. Take a look at the number one fastest all-motor 3.7 Mustang. The majority of the 12-second to 3.7 liter NA Mustangs, a good number of them are MPT. Fastest NA Mustang records held by them in a time of 12,114 miles per hour on an MPT email tune. That's crazy. It's a great DA, of course, but still, I mean, great suspension setup in the car still. But it's a great time, great miles per hour. It's perfectly tuned, obviously. I remember seeing dyno results back in the day of some way ancient forum page, the dyno comparisons between Steeda, Bama, MPT. MPT had the highest rear wheel horsepower tune on a dyno versus Steeda and Bama. If I can find that, I will also link it below, but it's so old, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it again. It's somewhere in there, but it's on the internet. So, it's on the internet, it's true, right? Transmission tuning. If you get an MPT tune, it's an absolute must that you get their transmission tuning with your tune. I have a couple of examples I'll show you here if you can see the videos running each of the 1, 2, and 2, 3 shift with the car on an MPT trans tune. You can see where the car jumps ahead, and Facebook groups for years. I've had my share of talking to hundreds of people that have had experiences running their tunes, and for the most part, I can't really name anyone who's had any kind of catastrophes or serious issues running an MPT tune. Not 3.7 at least, because I don't research other cars, so I'm just talking specifically for the 3.7. I don't know anybody that's had any issues with the MPT tune. Now, sure, far and few between, and maybe somebody's had some issues somewhere and things like that, but again, you really don't hear from it, you don't know about it, and I mean, I have hundreds of people I talk to and see, you know, daily on Cyclone Mustangs and Facebook and through Instagram and YouTube, and the guys I talk to, everybody, nobody's really had issues with MPT. So reliability, number 3, that's gotta take the cake right there alone. Number 4, customer service. This is an easy one. We don't always pay much attention to companies that fare well on customer service. On the good side of it, you know, when somebody has a bad experience with customer service, you're going to hear about it. But for the amount of people that have good customer service, they don't really leave reviews and comments as much as people that have bad. And the bad things always get more attention anyways, too. So if you talk to all the people that have used MPT or have had MPT on their car, they'll all tell you for the most part that it's very good customer service. I've used them for years. Great, fast shipping. All their tunes are dialed in immediately. When I've had issues, which has been like 1 or 2 times only, they sorted through it and got it done like immediately. So even though they're not available on Sundays or Saturdays, I think maybe they're available on Saturdays. I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal because you've got plenty of the time to get this stuff worked out if you do have an issue, which you probably won't. So number 5, finally the price. Most tuners are between $150 to $300, per tune. Not MPT though. Come on. I mean, I paid $200 for a Lund tune on my 5.0, and MPT was only $100, and the MPT tune was faster. AMR was around $150, but I think maybe they dropped their price recently. I'm not sure what the AMR tune goes for now. I just know that the MPT tune is still cheaper. So, guys, as far as the AMR tune and what happened, I know you guys want to hear about this, so let me get into that a little bit. It's honest truth, I never paid for an AMR tune. I never purchased one, but I did have one because I was given one. Caleb offered me to try the AMR tune Caleb offered me the AMR tune. Does this affect my ability to accurately give you my honest opinion of them? Absolutely it does. So this is problem number 1 I had right here, was the fact that I did not pay for a tune. I was given a tune. So I feel like from me, from a tuning perspective, to me being the consumer, maybe I wasn't treated like a paying customer. Maybe I was treated more like somebody who was just given a tune. So that affected my review from the get-go right there. That was problem number 1. So I got a free tune from AMR per their spokesperson. So I decided, let's do this. Let's give it a go. So the first tune I got, my idle was dipping out about every 10 to 15 seconds, which the RPMs are dropping between like 700-800 and like 400 or 500. Like I wanted to die out every 10-15 seconds. It did it sporadically here and there, but when it did it, it was really bad. And this reminded me of the time when I was on a stock tune with long tube headers and port intakes. It did the same exact thing. Now the MPT tune, when I ran it, it did not do that. All I know is I have long tube headers, which leads me to believe that this may be an issue with AMR's tuning and long tube headers, because the stock tune is not registering the movement of the O2 sensors from where they're normally at, and AMR is not tuned properly for it, because the only thing MPT has changed on my tune is the long tube headers. And it runs fine on MPT, but it runs like shit and drops out the idle on stock and on the AMR tunes. There's something AMR is not catching there as far as that tune revision goes for the long tube headers. It's the only thing I can come up with as far as that goes. I spoke with the AMR spokesperson about this, and they suggested it was Terry's intakes. However, while thinking about it, again, it can't be. It can't be. It has to be an issue with AMR's tuning for the long tubes, because MPT is now aware of the fact that I have revised intakes, ported intakes. So this, basically, like I said, it just leads me to believe that AMR is not tuning correctly for long tubes. So I was asked for a data log, like I was anyways, because you have to data log multiple times for your AMR tune. So I did. So I found a good day to send it and make a recording only to get a message back saying that the data log I had just done and sent to AMR was no good because they forgot to send the NOx sensors to global. So the first time went around, all the way around, data logging was wasted. Now at this point I'm supposed to do it all over again. So they say, okay, well, so they're going to send another tune back, and this one's going to feel different. According to AMR, they're sending me another tune now, without even having a proper first data log, because the NOx sensors were sent right. This one is supposed to feel different. Now at this point, I'm not sure if AMR was trying to just impress me with a good tune to make me feel power, or if they really didn't know what they were doing, because immediately after driving I got 2 fault codes for camshaft timing retarded, as you can see in the picture here. I'm going to show you guys. I showed these codes to my texted forward, explained the situation. As AMR said, they made a mistake with the tune. Was their reasoning behind what happened? They made a mistake. They forgot to turn VCT on, I believe, or something like that. So I asked them to correct it and make sure that it would not happen again. So they sent me a message back and say, okay, so we sent you a new tune. Keep in mind at this point, I said, make sure that this tune is good. I don't want these codes popping up my car. This is my daily driver. I don't want to have issues with it. They said, yeah, it's good. So sure enough, I load this next tune from them, which is supposed to not have these issues, and now instead of 2 fault codes for camshaft retarded, I get camshaft over advanced on both banks and camshaft retarded on both banks. So now I went from 2 to 4 fault codes. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, well, it didn't even feel right. I'm driving my car around. I've never even felt either one of my 3.7s feel like this before. As far as power band goes, acceleration, it just felt funky. So I was a little furious at this point, not because the tune wasn't working, but because I don't like playing with fire on my car. So I confronted AMR's spokesperson about this and was told to not act like I'm doing them any favors, because I guess I didn't, because I didn't pay for the tune, so I can't complain when the tune is making my car throw multiple camshaft timing codes, right? So they didn't, and they also said they didn't appreciate the last video I had done for them either. So at this point, I said, you know what, this is it, I'm done. It's the last straw for me. I called it quits, and I told them I no longer want to proceed any further with the company. So hopefully this explains my situation with them, and I'm sorry I can't give you guys an honest full performance test of the AMR tune, but I no longer trust them to tune or touch my car at this point. This is not a defamation video. This is an honest review video. I have screenshots to back up everything that I'm saying. So again, I'm sorry that I can't complete the series, but this is my honest review of my experience with AMR, and this is why I'm sticking with MPT. So that about sums up. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video, and if you want me to do more content like this, leave a like and subscribe. 2019's about to get lit. Peace.